Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, let us learn applications of trigonometry. Okay, so far we learned trigonometry and let us try to apply this concept to our daily life application. Okay, so where will we find this application oriented problems? I'll give you a small example and then let us enter into the concept. Okay, so if consider a ground and there is a tree here. Okay, so it has height h and we don't know what it is. Okay, so we don't know what this h value is and we need to calculate this. So to calculate this, what I'll do is I'll go a certain distance from the tree. Okay, I'll take this. So from here I'll try to measure. Okay, so this is the distance I went from the tree. Okay, let it be d. Okay, so this is the point of observation. So this point of observation is on the ground. Okay, so from here I'll join the tip of the tree and this point of observation. See here, there is an angle formed here. Okay, we can measure this angle. Okay, with instruments we can measure this angle. So I'll call this angle as angle of elevation. Angle of elevation. So since we can measure this theta and we can measure d, and this is a right angle triangle here, see. Okay, so to every right angle triangle we can apply trigonometry. Okay, so if you apply tan theta here, tan theta equal to opposite side to theta, it is h, by adjacent side to theta, it is d. So tan theta equal to h by d. So we know theta, so tan theta can be calculated. If this theta value takes 30, it can take 45, it can take 60, any value from 0 to 90 degrees. Okay, so we can calculate tan theta, we can calculate d here. So from this, h is equal to d into tan theta. So without directly measuring its height, we used trigonometry to calculate its height in an easier way. Okay, so if this height is very large, then it will become difficult, right, to measure this whole height. So we can use this trigonometry. Just at a certain distance we'll go and keep the instrument to calculate angle of elevation. So this d into tan theta gives the height. So in this way we can apply trigonometry to our daily life application. Okay, this is one of the example. It has trigonometry has greater importance in the field of science and mathematics. Okay, so before entering into the concept, let us learn some keywords used in applications of trigonometry. Okay, so one is line of sight. Okay, I'll tell you what it is. So consider a ground. Okay, this is a ground and a man is standing here. Okay, person is standing here, and if you look straight forward, okay, and an object is here, consider an object, it is an object here. Okay, now if he sees straightly, okay, this is the path it is going to trace, right? So from his eyes to the object, so this is the line traced when he is seeing straightly. Okay, so this line is known as line of sight. Its importance is we will calculate all angles with respect to this line of sight. Okay, it is very important. Whenever the problem is given, we need to identify this line of sight. Okay, so with respect to this, we'll measure this angle. Okay, now this observation, point of observation is can be of two types. Okay, so directly this point is on the ground, or a person like this is watching the object. Okay, so there is an object here. See, it is of two types. the point is on the ground or a person is watching the object. Okay, so here line of sight is itself is the ground. Okay, so whenever the point observation is given on the ground itself is line of sight. So ground is line of sight here. But see here, it is not the same as in this case. When a person is standing here, so if he sees straightly, the line traced is called line of sight. Okay, this is very important. Observation of line of sight is important to measure the angles. So we need to measure this angle, right? So this angle should be measured with respect to some axis. So that is this line of sight. Okay, next. Angle of elevation. Angle of elevation. So this comes when the observer is watching the tip of the some building. Okay, so suppose there is a building here, and the person is watching here. So the person is watching the tip of the building. Okay, top of the building or tip of the tree, anything. Okay, then the line of sight is here, right? The line of sight is here. So if he sees in a straight way, this is the line traced. So this will be line of sight. And so to watch this point, he must raise his head, right? Okay, so there are two lines here. One is line of sight and the line traced when he is seeing the top of the tower. So if you measure this angle is known as angle of elevation. Okay, similarly, if this point is point on ground. Okay, similarly there is a building here. Okay, the point joined by, see, if we join these two lines and measure this angle is known as angle of elevation. Okay, so I will take it as theta or alpha. Okay, generally to measure this angle we will represent it with theta or alpha. Now, so one more word is angle of depression. Okay, angle of depression. So this term comes when the observer is on the building itself. So now here is the observer. Okay, and what is the line of sight? So when he is looking straight, the line traced is the line of sight. Okay, so this will be line of sight. Now if there is a point of interest here, he is seeing another person here. Okay, there is another person here and he is watching him. Okay, now if we join these both, there is some angle here, right? So this angle will be angle of depression. Okay, I will represent angle of depression with beta. Okay, you can take any notation. I generally follow beta. Okay, so this is the line of sight. And this is the angle of depression. So because he is bending his head down, it is known as depression. Okay, so suppose if we lift his head up, like if there is a big building here, another big building here, and there is a one more person here and he is watching him. Okay, again the angle measured between this line of sight and this line joining these two points is called as angle of elevation, because he is lifting his head up. So if he lifts his head up, it is known as angle of elevation. If he lift his head, so if he bend his head down, it is known as angle of depression. Okay, so these are the basic terminologies we follow while solving the problems in applications of trigonometry. Okay, so in the starting I told you we consider a right angle triangle in trigonometry. So the reason is if you take any application oriented problem, it will form a right angle. See, I showed you in the previous problem, if there is a tree here and observation is from this point, and if I join these two lines, we are getting a right angle triangle. Or if we take a mountain, okay, if this is a mountain and there is a point of observation is here, and we need to calculate its height. Okay, so you can join these 2 points. Again, if you see clearly, it is a right angle triangle, right? So this is how we use right angle triangle in trigonometry. Okay, thank you.